Hello YouTube, this is Irish General here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Shogun 2 online battle. So you're very lucky people, whoever's watching this. Um, so let's just see, I have 3 units of these Naganas up front to kind of act as a buffer while my Katana Cab will just charge in. 2 units of Yari Samurai to guard the flanks, 3 units of Bow Cavalry to go around the flanks. Yeah, so that's really my army setup. And let's just check out my opponent's army setup. By the way, this is the Velvet. His name is Velvet, and the map name is the Stunbrig Settlement. Just in case any of you were wondering. He has 2 units of these light cavalry, which he sends immediately to try to take that sword dojo. He has 4 units of these veteran bow samurai. He has some katana samurai, nodachi, yari, and naginata. So yeah, he's a few units. He doesn't really he has a kind of a mixed up infantry kind of division. Um, so I think that's actually 4 units of 5 units of it's 4. So yeah, that's basically his army setup. Um, and one of the first things I want to do is to set up this capture the sword dojo here. It's just because like I know it's far away from his army, and like I really want that sword dojo because I have more of an infantry setup than he does, um, and more swords as well. So I said I'd take that, and he goes for the other sensible thing. He goes for the workshop. So yeah, he probably thought that like I charged straight at him, but no. At this point, I'd be kind of like trying to take back my light cavalry because I try to keep them because if he saw my bow cavalry, if I saw the bow cavalry, I'll try to take back my light cavalry and bring them back to the main lines to guard my general. Chase down the bow cavalry. But my opponent's not doing this, and this is probably one of the mistakes he made, not charging back his cavalry to protect his general, which I will take full advantage of later on. So yeah, my guys are kind of like charging up, really giving them the business. There's my katana. My name is Bane. I really try to give them kind of creative names. I don't like to be like, I don't really like to give them like shit names like some people give them like 1, 2, 3 veteran katana samurai 1. I prefer to give them like names that like are kind of a bit more personal, let's say. So yeah, I know that like he basically knows he's cooked, so he's not going to really move them. And I'm putting up my bow samurai to go around his flanks, um, go around the flank of his units, so I could like just basically take out his general when he's not when he doesn't really have them protected, and they won't have anything really to chase them down. Yeah, so I'm just sending in my Yari samurai here to take out his light cavalry. I'll just show you this real quick. Come on. Yeah, there's the light cavalry. They're charging as well. Hope I got the right angle. See that white horse there. Yeah, so there we go. I hope it's not laggy on your end anyway, but anyway, this is it. This is the business. My Yari Samurai is obviously going to easily win this fight against his light cavalry. And yeah, I'm going to take the sword dojo while I send my bow cavalry around. Taking a few more seconds for my bow cavalry to get there. But he kind of he basically he knows his general's almost cooked, because like obviously I can just keep on running these bow cavalry a lot faster any unit he has there except his general, but he's obviously not going to charge his general against me. So yeah, I'm going to be taking I'm not going to be in a hurry in any hurry to engage just yet. I just want my bow cavalry to really do their job before I charge in, to give them as much damage as possible. And I said, hey, what if there's more damage than attack in general? and his bow samurai are firing at me, and he sees the danger, so he kind of brings up some spear units. I don't know why I'm not running it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm running my bow cavalry around. There's nothing really you need to see on the other end. I'm just kind of capturing the sword dojo. So yeah, he kind of peels off one of his Yari samurai, hoping to kind of catch my units. He is not really to lose by now because but he know there's nothing like fast. There's nothing fast enough that he could take me out, and I just keep going. I just go for his general basically, and he sees that, he knows that I'm going for his general. Oh. So he kind of like tries to move them forward, kind of, so they're facing me. So yeah, I don't know this is like a near impossible situation. I can just get open shots in his general, and this is why he should have kept his light cavalry, because he could have chased down my bow cavalry. But now I'm just having free shots on his general. I'm having free shots of his general, and now like his Yari samurai can't do anything about it, even if they are on rapid advance. They still won't be able to kind of like stop my free reign over his general, because like where he can't really move them, where my bow cavalry can't go or can't fire at them from. So yeah, I knew from like when I got this that like the battle was basically won, and he cleverly turns his bow samurai around, which he didn't do a few seconds ago. So yeah, he made a few mistakes, this person, but this is what happens when you bring like a missile army with very little cavalry. If you're bringing a missile, you should bring a lot of missiles, a bit more cavalry, and it's a bit of infantry. You don't have to have like a massive amount of infantry, just like a bit of cavalry to protect your missiles and to protect your general, to kind of like act as a buffer. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to talk a bit about the Avatar conquest on this game. I think it's a small bit unfair. To be honest, I like it, but like it's a bit hard. If you don't have, let's say, monks, or if you don't have monks or some of the Naginata's Naginata warrior monk have, then you're basically you're at a loss, and you can lose a lot. If you catch my drift. So yeah, I think they should kind of balance it a bit more, to where like everyone starts off with like very powerful units, and then you can get the medium units as you go on. If you catch my, so like not to have like start off with Yari Shigaru, but like to kind of balance it a bit more, so that like you start off with a few powerful units. You can choose what unit you start off with, and then let's say, for example, in the infantry section you might have the Naginata warrior monks, and then like so you start off with Naginata warrior monks and everything else like Boa Shigaru and Yara Shigaru. So yeah, that's what I think that they should do. But what do you think they should do? I mean, I'm not the master of everyone, obviously. So you can choose. You can just if you have a good idea about the Avatar conquest, and you think you can you think it's good, then why don't you tell me, we can start a group or something. So yeah, see, his general is only like 8 guys left. So yeah, they've really kind of done their work already. These bow cavalry. So like they really did do their job. But I'm kind of keeping them still a small bit, because I don't really care about them. I'll let them die, but it's just that I want to take out his general. I don't really care if I lose them, to be honest. I just want them, like, I was only really using them to kind of like take out his general, so I don't really care about them too much. And I see this is my good chance, so I march up my army, but unfortunately my army can't go that fast. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going to attack his general. Yeah, so I think he only gets like he gets down to only 4 units left in his thingy, and his generals just sit there fighting to the end. Yeah, so there we go. 4 guys left out of 20. So yeah, my bow cavalry really kind of got pound for pound. Were a good thing to bring in this map, but like they're not good all the time. So yeah, um, so yeah, even if his army's gonna suffer a big morale this is thingy, so that's why he's kind of had to rally his troops because his general is almost gonna rout. I was hoping to rout his general completely, but my cavalry won't last that long, as you'll see. My bow cavalry. I don't know who they're firing at now, but basically they're not going to last very long. So I'm moving up my army here. And to be honest, let's just talk a tiny bit more about Avatar Conquest. To be honest, when I actually got when I actually got the warrior monks, I actually started to win a lot more. So the warrior monks definitely are kind of like a kind of an overpowered unit. They're kind of if you have them, then you're going to win a bit more. If you don't have them, then you're in bad luck, basically. So I think they should, yeah, that's what I think they should do. Kind of balance out their units a bit more, so they're actually it's a bit more playable, so people won't be losing all the time. Like there's people like me who get frustrated. I've met anyway that say that like, oh, I lose all the time. Why am I doing this? Like in the other Total Wars, I never really lose too much. So yeah, that's what I think they should address this CA before like they move on to Rome 2, which I am very looking forward to. I don't know any about you, but Rome 2 is definitely like the whole package, as it were. It's where Total War. It's where like what made the Total War series. And it's good the way they should make a remake, which is kind of a small bit overdue if you think about it. Making Medieval 2, which is a good enough game. Well, making Empire, Napoleon, and this. They kind of deviated a small bit from the classic in order to go for like newer second genres, which I don't care, to be honest. But it's still good that it's out. Like but they probably should have done it a bit earlier because that's one of the things people have always been asking for. And they probably should have tried to meet the demand a little bit. Sorry, I'm just like. So yeah, I'm just charging up my units real quick, and I'm obviously not gonna sit back and let his bow samurai do the work. I'm just gonna charge in almost immediately, or he charges. I forget. I think we both charge at each other. When two people attack each other at the same time. Yeah, so he'd be happy just to me sit back and let the bulls do their work, but I'm not that stupid, so I'm just going to sorry, I'm obviously not going to sit back and let him do that, so I'm going to just charge in almost immediately to try to take him out. So yeah, there's my army. Some of the veteran units, let's just check out some of their names. Royal Irish Guards, Flank Guards. Yeah, so I'll kind of try to give them creative names. We Will Die for the Year, that's the year of Carthage, I'm one of his many fans. 1990, Emperor Pikes. So yeah, I really try to give them kind of names that I think are cool and like see, yeah, so he's trying to take my units out while they're all disorganized, but which is kind of a good enough tactic. But I actually have Naganatas kind of protecting my most important units, my Katana Samurai. So yeah, he's not going to. So yeah, it's not really going to be very work out to his advantage too much. And I'm just gonna charge in all my katanas once I see that all his units are kind of good and engaged or something, or if like he's trying to flank me. So yeah, I'm bringing out the big guns. And he's basically going to lose because not only has he kind of gotten into a bad kind of flanking position, but my katana are veterans. So um, and I'm forced to kind of use this Yari Samurai to take out this because I was flanking with these guys, and he does the same thing I was doing. He aims for my general, which is not a bad enough tactic, but I'm gonna stop kind of I'm going to use this Yari here to kind of distract the bull guys up there to sorry. I'm going to use this Yari up here to charge this bow unit so they'll kind of like not fire at my units basically, and I can use this Yari to flank these guys. So basically the battle is won basically. He probably couldn't have won the infantry fight unless I had all my backs turned. So his infantry weren't really meant to last, but still he could have used them a tiny bit better. He probably could have waited for me to charge him, which would have been good. My Naganatas don't have that good of a charge. He could just wait for do as much damage as possible, and then he could have charged in his bow units if his infantry is gone. So yeah, that's what I think he should do. Thought he should have done. I mean, but like as I've said, he can do whatever he wants. I'm not like the master of him. Basically, I mean, I don't have to. He doesn't have to do whatever the fuck he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Basically. So yeah, they have suffered a big morale penalty because his general routes almost immediately, because his morale was kind of suffered because of all the bow fire I had him under. So this battle is pretty much won, even though like the even though the balance of power seems to say otherwise. I basically won. I won those. So yeah, there we go. I actually thought he had some units hidden, but that's not to be the case. It's just that something happens with the game. So there we go. Good game to my opponent, and I think it was a good enough game. It was like one of the few games I've won. I just thought I'd show you to show the importance of bringing cavalry, which he did not bring, and I thought it was probably one of the things that kind of lost him the game. He So yeah, he had cavalry, he had the light cavalry, but they were kind of wiped out almost immediately because he kept them away from his force. I mean, I don't think the sword dojo was that important. He could have sacrificed his light cavalry. I mean, he just left them there rather than running them away. I mean, none of my units were fast enough to get up with light cavalry. Bow cavalry might have a tiny bit of a chance, but they won't. I wouldn't send my bow cavalry through, and he could have used that light cavalry to and then his general could have he could have used light cavalry to chase down my bow cavalry. I had to use my ammo on them. He could turn around his bow units, just take out my bow cavalry. Well, like they'll be far away, but basically he would have suffered a lot less casualties if he had his cavalry back in his front lines. But that wasn't the only thing that lost him. I mean, he didn't place his he didn't really give that good of a charge with his infantry. He probably shouldn't have charged. I mean, they weren't meant to charge. His Nodachi should have charged, but none of his other units. So yeah, that's what I think. Good game to my opponent, Velvet, and I will just bring you in the results screen. And if you want to see more videos, if there's any videos you want to see, then like contact me and I will answer you back. And I will see if I can do it. I mean, I have all the Total War, major Total War games anyway. I have Rome, Medieval 2, Empire, Napoleon, and Shogun, and Fall of the Samurai. And I have the Roma Surrectum 2 mod. I'm trying to get the Reconquista mod for Medieval 2. I have Empire Total Factions, so I can play as any faction in Empire. I don't really have any mods for Napoleon yet, and for this I can play as any faction as well on Shogun. So if there's anything you really want to see, just let me know and I will do it for you. This is you're my subscribers after all. If there is any after this, so um, so if you want anything that I can do out of that list, then let me know and I will do it. If there's anything you have any questions for, I can answer them. And if you like this video, don't forget to like. And if you really like my videos, then why don't you subscribe and keep on going? I'll keep on going. I'll keep on going basically. As long if there's people that want to see them. So yeah, good game to my opponent. And from Irish General, this is saying good night, YouTube, or good day, or whatever time of day it is in your country or territory.